This is another new Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. Grand Rising family, what's happening? So again, we're talking about the number one, right? We have one symbol here for one, right? And we have the word one in the English language. In the last video, we realized that the number one, when spelled out in the English language, right, that it's one word, 3 letters, and 7 segments, right? We see here in the end is 1 segment, 2, 3. In the E, which is the 5th alphabet, there are 4 segments. The E is 1, 2, 3, 4. The O is not a segment because it has no beginning or ending. It's a circle, right? And we put the dot in the middle there, right? So when we look at the letter 1, the O is a 15, the N is a 14, and the E is a 5, bringing us to a total of 34, right? When we reduced it, because being a 15, the O, 1 and 5 is 6. Being a 14, the N, 1 and 4 is 5, and the E is 5, bringing us to a total of 16, right? So we're going deeper into the number one, extracting information that's hidden right in plain sight, right? So we have a symbol, 1, and 3 letters, a word. We have 2 things here. So the information is telling me when we reduced it, right, we got the number 16. The 16th alphabet is a P, and there are 2 P's, right? Because we have a symbol and a word, 2 P's. And those 2 P's are going to become important when discussing the 137 that we got out of analyzing this. So let's go to the DNA, right? We have adenine, cysteine, guanine, and thymine, right? These are the 4 DNA letter coding, the 4 letters extracted out of the 26 alphabets, right? The 26 alphabets. There are 9 numbers. There are 26 alphabets in the English language. 9 times 26 is 234. That's going to become important too because it's being brought out, right? When we look at the DNA structure here, right, we have that coding, right? For life, right? There are 4 letters. Again, there are 4 letters here, right? And they're broken down into pairs. It's called base pairing, right? Where that the C, right, and the G is always paired together, and the A and the T is paired together, right? When you pair the C and the G together, right, the cysteine and the guanine, right, when it bonds, it produces 3 hydrogen atoms, right? When you connect the A and the T, because in base pairing, only the A and the T will bond together. Only the C and the G will bond together, right? And when you bond the A and the T together, which is the adenine, right, and the thymine, it produces 2 hydrogen atoms when bonded together. So remember we said 9 times 26 is 234. So when we got that 16, those 2 P's, right? 234 is clear here. We have 4 letters that only the C and G can bond to produce 3 bonds of hydrogen atoms and 2 bonds, 234 again. That's information hidden right in plain sight because they use 4 letters out of the 26 alphabets to describe this DNA spiral recipe here for producing proteins, right? So let's get it in. The A right here, the first alphabet is a 1. The C, the 3rd alphabet, and the G is the 7th alphabet. Clearly, we can see the number 137 here. We're talking about DNA, RNA, right? That's what we're talking about. Information that's hidden right in plain sight. We're discussing the number 1, right? Again, The number 1 is one word, 3 letters, 7 segments, right? And we understand that that one word and those 3 letters and those 7 segments are sitting right here in front of our face, right? Go to part 1, and that's being discussed. We broke that down, right? That 15, 14, and 5 after 34, when we reduced it, it produced the 16, right? Those 2 signs and symbols here, right, told us that there would be 2 P's, right? The connection of the purines and the pyrimidines, or the pyrimidines, right? Because those 2 pairings, that's what they produce. When you put the C and the G together, it produces a P. When you put the A and T together, it produces a P. And remember, it produces 3 hydrogens and 2 hydrogens here, right? That's when we're discussing the number 1, how it relates and it ties into the DNA, right? The number 137. And before we go, family, this is what we want to see again, hidden right in plain sight, right? The 7 segments are not only right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's also right here, hidden right in plain sight, right? In the number 1, there's 3 segments, 1, 2, 3, right? In the number 3, there's 2 segments, 4 and 5, right? 6, 7. Just in the number 137 is 7 segments also, right? In the number 1, there are 3 segments, right? 1, 2, 3. So that's 1 with 3 segments that bonds out 7 segments here, 137, right? This is information that's hidden right in plain sight. And on number 3, we're going to go into the structure constant, the fine structure constant, which is 1 over 137. Again, family, information is not really being hidden from you. It's just sitting right there in plain sight. This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper.